what you're going to do is you're going to imagine. Okay, you're going to imagine if you had to live one day over and over in your life. If you had to live Groundhog Day, that movie, right, with Bill Murray, if you had to live that experience, what would that day look like? Okay, so you're just going to write this down, but I don't want you to think too much about the material aspects of this. This isn't really important, okay? Material aspects don't really mean anything. What means something is what you feel, how you're engaged, and what your vibration is in each and every moment of your experience, right? That is the reality that we're living. We can be thinking all kinds of things, but the vibration in our body is the reality that we live. So that's what we're going to focus on here. And how do we do that? Well, we do that simply by thinking about each thing in great detail and how we would feel and what we want to feel in each of those circumstances. So, for instance, you're going to start your day with waking up at a particular time. You know, what time of day would you like to wake up? If you could just pick any time, you're living this over and over. There's no limitations, right? You're not limited by money. You're not limited by time. You have one day to plan and that's it. Nothing else getting in the way, right? So you think about what time would you like to wake up? Okay, great. So you've got that figured out. So you're just, okay, so my day would begin at blah, blah, blah time. So now you have a starting point. Who would you wake up with? Would there be somebody beside you? If so, who would that person be? How would you feel when you looked at them when you first open your eyes? See how now this is going to start to shape the vibration. So you're writing down these types of details. And you're really thinking about your day, this perfect day that you would be willing to live over and over because it is so perfect. And you go into all of these details and you do this for each step of your day. What would you do next? So you would wake up with this person and you would feel these beautiful things and your heart would open and you would feel this tremendous connection with them, for instance, right? Like maybe not everybody's going to feel that way, but some people would write that. And then what's next? What do you do with that person? What do you do by yourself? How does your day move? And what are you thinking about? And what are you feeling? And just write it down. It's going to take some time. You're going to spend a couple of hours on this likely. I don't want to tell somebody how many pages it's going to be, but it's going to be more than a page or two, right? Like you need to get into the details here. But if you do this, number one, you need to do this exercise regardless of attracting anyone else into your life. This is setting your vibration and setting course for what you really want out of your life, how you want to feel in your life. And you'd be surprised how many of these things that you're writing down on the pages, you'd be surprised how many things on these pages or a version of these things, you'd be surprised how many of them don't just show up in your life experience over the next little while. So this is a really important thing to do, guys. This can change your whole life. Just this simple little exercise changed my life, no joke. So now how do you use this? Okay, so now if you want to attract somebody into your life, let's say you want to attract the perfect partner, the perfect person who would match you, and you want to know who they are when they show up. So you have your perfect day, so you understand that process. You've been through it, you know what to do. You know the amount of detail that you're going to put into it and the amount of thought that's going to go into it. Now, if you're attracting a soulmate, do you believe that that process deserves at least as much time as your perfect day took to make sure that the person is a quality person and truly your soulmate and not somebody else? I would think, if it takes you a couple of hours to do your perfect day, maybe a couple of hours on this exercise, it's probably a worthy investment in the rest of your time in this life experience, right? So sit down and create an avatar inside your mind of who this person is. Okay, so if you're attracting your soulmate, right, start to think about what that person, what gender would they be? What would they look like? What height would they be? How would they smile? What would their eyes look like? Like really create an exact picture of this person inside your mind. Every detail of them. Let's face it, you know what the perfect person is for you. So create it inside your mind. Create this avatar. And once you have that avatar, give that avatar a name. Okay, it doesn't matter what the name is. Just make sure it's a name that feels right, that you would want to say regularly, right? Like not a goofy name, something that fits. So now you have your avatar, and your avatar has a name. Now this is where the magic really begins. What you do is you take from the perspective of that avatar, you create another perfect day. You create their perfect day. What you imagine their perfect day would look like. Understanding that there's going to be differences between you and any other person, right? They're going to bring different qualities. It's the things that you're looking for that they're going to bring. So you understand who they are already. Because they're your perfect partner. So you understand who they are. You can create their perfect day from their perspective and write it out the same as you did your own. And then once you've done that, just put it away and go back to your life. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. You've set course inside your mind and inside your vibratory self to create a connection with an appropriate person that matches all that criteria. And what's going to happen, and this is really the cool part, my friends. The very cool part is when you see that person and they see you. Because you took the time to understand them as they are, their soul will recognize your soul. It is truly a soul-to-soul recognition. And it's a really magical thing when it occurs. And the very first time you use this, and you attract or create the connection in your life with the exact right person for where you are, and you have that moment of soul-to-soul recognition because you've followed this program, you will realize beyond any question that it was exactly that, a soul-to-soul recognition, and it will make you feel comfortable and safe in that situation. You can use this for all kinds of things. If, let's say, for instance, if you're a salesperson, right, you have an ideal customer. Whoever that, let's say you're a real estate agent, right? And you like to sell homes in a particular price range. You know exactly what your favorite, most profitable client, who they would be. You know exactly who that archetype is. So create an avatar for that person and go through their perfect day, and you'd be surprised how many more of those clients you get. Like, it works that way. You're creating in your experience. You're giving the universe something to answer. You're being very specific in your manifesting. And you're allowing yourself to open up and to feel the vibration of what you want and of what that perfect match, what they would want, allowing you to understand them before you even meet them on such a deep level. And let's face it, isn't that what we all want? We want somebody in our life that understands us on a deep level. Somebody that understands us different than the rest of the world. Somebody who sees through the mask that we put on when we brave going out into the world and, our jobs or whatever it is that we're facing. We all change in those circumstances and become somebody a little bit different, right? Somebody a little less vulnerable. Somebody who protects a little bit here and doesn't say that thing that they're thinking about over there too. Don't we all want that soulmate in our life that sees through that? Of course we do, right? We want friends. We want colleagues that see through that and allow us to be a little bit more real in our entire experience. You can fill your life up with people just like that, by taking the time to go through this experience for each and every person that holds a significant role in your life. And I know it may seem like a time-consuming thing, but I'll tell you what, you would be surprised if you just pick one day and mark it as a special day or a specific thing that you're going to do. Years ago, I decided that I would do that on every New Year's Day. Quite often on New Year's Day, when I started this ritual, I wasn't going too far on New Year's Day because I'm quite honestly going to say I had a bit of a hangover, let's face it, right? So I would be homebound and sort of licking my wounds a little bit, and I would sit down and I would think about the year coming and all the things and, you know, who's not in my life that I want, and I would start on this process, and I would spend the day, you know, quite often just drinking coffee and then rehydrating with water, vaping some weed, and going through this process and putting the whole day into it. And you'd be surprised how fast the day goes by and how good I would feel at the end of this process, because all I'm doing is thinking about all the things that I want, and I'm in this awesome vibration, right? So don't think about it like hard work, because it's certainly not. It's setting the course for the future for you, for all the beautiful things in your experience that you want to bring. I mean, this is manifesting at a very high level, very, very specifically. We all have the capability of doing it. And you can do it too. This is the formula. All you have to do is follow it. All right, guys. I just wanted to put this video together because I was thinking about this and working on this for a specific thing in my experience right now. I just thought, yeah, let's put this together, and I decided not to, you know, have any vaporizers or anything like that in the video, so I could keep this open to all viewers. Because I think, you know, a life hack or a manifesting hack like this really can change your whole life, and I want as many people as possible to see this type of content. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you take the time to run through the exercise that I've outlined here and you enjoy the benefits of it. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video or got anything out of it at all, please hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, take care.